Devin Haney changes his profile pictures, says he learned from the best, people like Floyd Mayweather, and his mentality is that nobody can beat him. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash app, and the Patreon family. We working. Speaking of Patreon, I revamped it. Head over to Patreon. We getting it cracking over there. An extension of La Familia, the dynasty, the Boxing Ego, Ego's Army family. I got different tier systems. We simplified things. Some of the content is shifting over to Patreon and to the YouTube channel members. I gotta take care of them, especially in the quarantine. So head over there because you're gonna miss some of the content if you don't. Now, ESPN Plus bundle, get that bundle. Click on the link. That's another great way to support the channel. ESPN Plus bundle. That includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three of those apps, one price, $12.99 a month. And it does go to support the channel and help the channel in a phenomenal way. So if you need some content during this quarantine, it's bracking. Click on that link. Today on ESPN, regular ESPN, they're doing a 10-part, the beginning of the 10-part Last Dance with Michael Jordan. I'm really looking forward to it. So you get to see some of the quality from the ESPN documentaries that they put into it. And I'm sure the Jordan, don't quote me on this, but I'm sure the Michael Jordan Last Dance will probably make it to ESPN Plus. I don't know when. I don't have details on that, but I'll keep you guys posted. But Michael Jordan and Kobe, favorite basketball players all time. And I'm sure that's on a lot of y'all list. So make sure y'all check out that Last Dance with Young 2-3. Now, speaking of Young 2-3, or a fighter who's 2-1, 21 years old, Devin Haney, you see he changed his picture to Mike Tyson flaunting the money, and boom, we got action. He posted this picture FaceTiming with none other than pretty boy Money Mayweather. Easy work, like I said, Devin, he's a young, hungry lion. I done a hell of a job. Me and my father, he helped train him, and he's posting all the money flashing. Floyd showing his cash, and then you see Devin on the FaceTime showing his cash, smiling. So Devin's been around the money. This is what Devin had to say. Don't misunderstand me. Don't misunderstand me. I learned from the best inside and outside the ring. My only mentality is nobody can beat me. Hashtag undefeated. Hashtag the dream. Now, obviously, this looks like another reference to people coming down on Devin Haney because he said he would never lose to a white boy or a white fighter, So people are saying he misspoke and stuff. And again, I've already talked about it. Check those videos. But it's funny how old media, they choose to, go at Devin Haney, but remain silent when different things happen in the sport of boxing. Like Josh Taylor, what he said to the guy at the club, being drunk, having cocaine on him, and making the racial slur to him, having drugs on him, using homophobic statements to him. They don't say nothing about none of this. When Abel Sanchez says that black fighters fight in a style that's, unacceptable or unappealing to the fans, that's why they don't sell. I don't see people making video. Billy Joe Saunders, Tyson Fury, Kovalev, Oscar De La Hoya's issue. We could do this all day. But when it comes to the black fighter, we know what time it is, with old medium. Floyd Mayweather, on his verified account, he did respond. And he said, if it's not about the money, then what is it about? And he put the money sign. Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather all day. So that's Devin Haney's latest. Listen, the great thing, and he posted this kind of side by side. He said, I'm not a racist. I would never be racist. I'm chasing greatness. So those are kind of his recent responses. Let's see if he tweeted anything else. Man, Devin's a scrapper. Okay. Oh, run that back. We're going to run it back. Smash the like button. All around the world, all around the world. All around the world, all around the world. All around the world, all around the world. Ooh. Looking sharp. The kid is looking sharp. Shout out to Mickey Bay, Cincinnati. Devin Haney also said, I just had a very positive conversation with Mauricio Suleiman, president of the WBC, and confirmed to him directly my commitment to be a role model and my absolute rejection of discrimination of any kind. So he's saying, like, it ain't even what you think, you know. But anyway, old media, they're trying to get, this is what they do to black fighters, you know. Let's just cats out the bag. This is what they do. They're trying to get him in trouble, just like Gervonta Tank Davis or anyone else who is black and seems to put out something that's controversial. But meanwhile, Manny Pacquiao, he can say whatever he wants. He say that gays worse than animals and weird comments like that, and say the Bible told him to do it. And yes, it's up to that gay people. You know, he didn't do all this shit. And now people are caring about Devin, you know, and what he's doing. He put this also. When you so-called don't fight nobody, that's one thing. If nobody wants to fight you, it's another thing. I will bet 7 figures on myself against anybody in my division. And he said that before the interview where he said, I'll never lose to a white boy. So I don't know why Devin said it. You know, you gotta look at him or ask him exactly why he said it. You know, maybe he felt it. Maybe he was just feeling himself and, you know, didn't think of the implication. I don't know. You got to talk to him about that. But I think Devin really, I don't think he is racist. And, you know, you guys can say whatever you want, but definitely has to watch how he presents himself, because perception is reality. You know, you shouldn't segregate a certain race necessarily and say, oh, you know, I can't lose to this person, because, you know, you just know the backlash that's going to come with it. You know what I'm saying? But he's young. He's going to learn his own way. But more importantly, like I've been saying on my channel, to me, what he said, like, he didn't oppress white people. He didn't talk about, like, you know, blue collared white workers or white women. You know, he didn't even say nothing like that. He, you know, basically is referencing boxing. But beyond that, fuck all that. When we going to get this smoke? This is boxing. So bring the white boy fighters or whoever. Then now this has created a storyline or whatever you want to call it. So there's people relevant in Devin Haney's division that happen to be Caucasian. Guys like Lomachenko from Ukraine, guys like Luke Campbell from the UK, right? Let's see the fights. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see the fights. So if you have a problem, if Luke Campbell, like, oh, he said he won't lose to a white boy, cool. You know, I can't tell people, you know, how to perceive certain things. But what I can say is make that fight. You know, put Luke Campbell in there. And then let's see if Luke Campbell's the one to teach Devin the lesson or whatever people want. You know, there's an easy way to resolve this. You know, line up Lomachenko instead of, and Devin Haney might have said something like spicy because he's sick of not, you know, being considered. Bob Arum just did an interview that he said Teofimo versus the Teofimo Lomachenko winner, Devin Haney's a okay option, but there's other better options like Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. So they keep overlooking the kid. So he, you know, he's probably trying to spice things up and get people looking in his direction. He got the money, he got the fame. People know his name. They damn sure know his name now because people are allegedly, you know, this selective fake outrage that they never seem to have and never seems to happen when Abel Sanchez says that black fighters fight in a boring style, basically. So that's why they ain't getting looked at, which we know is false, you know. So there's an easy way to settle this. The way to settle this is, you know, let's see him in there. And if he wins, he wins. If he loses, he loses. He said the words. And as a man, sometimes that's what happens. You say something, you stand by something, 10 toes down. You got to live and die. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Your words are weapons. And, you know, if you said something that have offended people, then, you know, now you got to back it up. Bernard Hopkins, you know, people keep comparing him. He said, I'll never, there's a picture of B-Hop right there too. He said, I'll never lose to a white boy. And then he ended up losing to Kawasaki and got knocked out the motherfucking ring in Galaxy by Joe Smith Jr., white boy with cracks. I like Joe Smith Jr. a lot. You know, you lost to Kovalev out of Russia. So we'll see. But the thing is, B-Hop comes from a throwback generation, so he fought everybody. He was willing to fight everyone. Devin has that throwback mentality. He's willing to fight everybody, but not everyone's ready to fight him and willing to fight him. You see it. You already see Bob Arum just kind of put out the roadblocks. Oh, yeah, you know, Devin, you know, that's cool, but look, Devin Haney, Bob Arum, Teofimo, Lomachenko. Hold on. Devin Haney wants the winner of Lomachenko Teofimo. Arum says, look, boom, just like clockwork. Look how fast I can pull this stuff up. Boxing News 24, link will be in the description. Arum says Haney means less in the U.S. than Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia. So it's already more obstacles. This is an interview that he did. He says, quote, it doesn't disinterest me, but there are probably better fights for Loma and Lopez winner or whoever wins that fight than Devin Haney. Look, so Devin Haney's probably sick of it, wanting to prove himself, and, you know, he spiced things up. But I'll give you examples. Tank Davis is much more well accepted and better known than Devin Haney. Also, the Mexican kid that Oscar De La Hoya has, Ryan Garcia. He's much more known, which, you know, I don't know how true that is. You know, people in boxing know Devin Haney as well. He's been around. Actually, I knew of, this is a true story, I knew who Devin Haney was before I knew who Ryan Garcia was. That's facts. You know, I'm not talking about, you guys could talk about Instagram tweets and accounts. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in boxing. I knew of a Devin Haney before I knew of Ryan Garcia. That's not a diss. That's an actual fact. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can tally up, oh, Ryan got more Instagram followers and shit like that. But when it comes to this boxing, I was hearing about the kid Devin well before I even knew what a Ryan Garcia was, you know. But either way, those are the comments. That's the follow-up. Devin Haney said he's been around greatness, which is true. He's been around all the top Roy Jones. I mean, just different people that held down generations. Roy Jones Jr. and Devin Haney have a great, strong relationship. You know, Floyd Mayweather, like, these are the guys that really ran their generation. So we'll see what unfolds. I just want to see Devin Haney get a top name. That's what it's about to me. You know, I don't have no prejudice in me, but I want to see it. I want to see whatever the smoke's going to be. So hopefully we get, look, there's Devin, young Devin and Floyd. So he been around this. So he said he ain't discriminating. But, you know, old media are going to do what they do and try to make it look like he racist and, you know, just go over the deep end, but remain silent when Canelo says that he don't want to fight a Mexican fighter. So he wants to, let me get this straight, a fighter from Mexico, Guadalajara, Mexico, right? He wants to fight on the Mexican dates, even though the man you see on screen gave him the opportunity to take the dates by hostile force. And Canelo lost embarrassingly, lost every round. And Canelo didn't get the torch passed the conventional way by beating the previous cash cow. And Canelo wants to fight on the Mexican dates, quote unquote, Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence Day here in America. But he's said and stated that he don't want to fight against a Mexican fighter. Like, who has that option? So Devin Haney, he says, I won't lose to a white boy. So a white fighter, he didn't call him, you know, he didn't say no racial slur or whatever. He said, I won't lose to a white boy or white fighter, right? That's not the same as like, I'll never lose to an N-word or the J word, you know what I'm saying? And Canelo said he doesn't want to fight somebody who represents the same flag. So how can Canelo, you know, alienate his competition in that way when the greats from Mexico, like Julio Cesar Chavez, he fought Oscar De La Hoya? You know, how come Marco Antonio Barrera had to fight against Juan Manuel Marquez? Barrera had to fight against Eric Morales, like wars I'm talking about. You know, how does that exist? You know, Orlando Salido had to fight Marquez, but Canelo, because he's the face of boxing allegedly, he gets to pick and choose, and he don't have to fight another Mexican fighter, even though there's great Mexican fighters out there for him, like David Benavidez, Mexican American. You know, it just don't make sense. So ultimately, I think Devin Haney just wants all the smoke. I think he just he's feeling himself. That's just what it is. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Head over to Patreon, hit the join button. YouTube channel members, we working. I got a lot of stuff. I'm in my zone. I'm in my bag. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how you think I did on this video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.